Hello, and thank you for your interest into the Subsurety Free Payroll Calculator. Again, this is a format common to those that are familiar with our calculators, in that it uses basically the same color schemes for information boxes and kind of the same types of tools that you'll use to be able to use the calculators. So what we see here at the top are yellow boxes, and when you see those, you know that that you're to enter or type in information. And then down here, what we have are drop-down boxes, and we'll see how how those are used here shortly. Basically, what the free payroll calculator does is it gives us information that a lot of subcontractors really don't calculate for themselves and really know. They kind of go off their gut feelings. For instance, what their average hourly wage is, how many units per man hour, that kind of thing. But as jobs, especially commercial construction, gets more complex, your bidding is going to get more complex, and these are numbers that you really need to know to be competitive. That it makes your bidding better, it makes your management better, makes your company better. So let's go through and do just a sample here. Now the free payroll calculator is just for 1 week. If you bump up to the subscription, you'll get monthly access, meaning that you can put in payroll numbers for an entire month, and that of course helps with billing because in construction we bill by the month. So you'll be able to get monthly billing features and help with your entire billing process. And then, of course, if you also have the auto invoicer or the PM tracker or even the mogul maker calculators, things get really fast and easy from there. Anyway, job name, that's pretty self-explanatory. Job number, if you assign job numbers like I do for my particular jobs. Week starting and then week ending. Pretty obvious stuff. Now these lighter boxes, you don't put anything in. The calculator will do that for you by putting information in this panel down here. So the first thing we need to do is put in our employee information. So we click that button and a little pop-up panel opens up, and we just put in our guys' names. I'm just going to put in first names to protect the innocent or guilty. Fred. Alright. So let's say that Tom makes $15 an hour. I don't have to put any commas or dollar signs or anything else like that. Again, that's common throughout all of our calculators when you see a yellow box. John makes $20 an hour and Fred makes $25 an hour. Okay. So I'm done with that. Now burden. This is the contribution that we have to make for our employees for taxes and Social Security and all that good stuff. Mine is at 13.5%. Whatever yours is, if you're state or whatever your particular situation is for benefits, however you want to factor it, you can change that up or down. Just click and hold on the slider, and you can slide that down to whatever is whatever your situation demands. Okay, so once I'm done entering in that information about my employees, I can close the employee panel. Notice that Tom, John, and Fred show up here. Now I just have to put in their hours. So let's say that Tom was our helper. So he's 8. Maybe he finishes up the week a little bit heavy. We had to have him work 10 hours the last 2 days. Now, notice he worked 44 hours. The calculator will know that 4 of those hours are time and a half, and put this estimated wage in appropriately. Okay, now we can go through the same thing. 8 hours across the board for each one of our setters, and of course I come from a tile background, so I think of my higher paid guys as setters and the other guys as helpers. But whatever, journeyman, apprentice, however you want to label them, you can go ahead and do that. And let's say that my journeyman on this particular job, he may have worked 40 hours, but only on this particular, let's try that again, 8. I'm having mouse issues here. 8 hours, 3 days on this particular job, and then he went to another job. Doesn't mean he didn't get his 40 hours. It just means on this particular job, that's all he got. Okay, so that tracks the hours. And again, over on the right-hand side, I can see 44, 40, and 24. Those are my total hours. So total man hours for this particular job, for this particular week, is 108. My estimated wages, these are just dollars that I'm paying to the guys themselves, $2,090. My contribution in burden is $282.15. Total that add these two up is $2,372.15, and my average hourly wage is $19.35. Now the last thing that I should have to do is put in whatever units or footages. Again, I come from tile, so I think in square footage, but how much did they complete? And exactly how you compute that, again, may be up to your personal taste or your industry or whatever. But I really don't know of a specialty trade in construction that doesn't track units some way, somehow. So, for instance, let's say that the first day our guys completed 100 square feet. They did 200 square feet. The next day we were able to get 300 square feet. And then the helpers, now they're just finishing up, so they're back down, and that's what they accomplished. So once I put in their productivity down here at the bottom, now I have total units completed, 750 square feet, and the total units per man hour, 6.94. That's pretty low for tile. Maybe there's some floating, or who knows what the deal was, but my guys were a little bit slow this week. And again, that's what this tool is supposed to help you figure out. Are my guys being slow? Was this a particularly tricky job? Why was it? I mean, again, this is the kind of information that we need as subcontractors to become better subcontractors. That way we can win more jobs, make more money, live better lives, I guess, right? Okay. So that's the calculator, and if you make a mistake, no problem. Let's say that you thought our setter worked this last day, and you'd put 8 hours, and no, come to find out, I mean, our productivity goes down, our average hourly wage goes up. All I have to do is go back here, click 0, and maybe he only worked a half a day. He only worked 4 hours. So now our productivity has gone up. Our average hourly wage has gone down. All the good things are happening. And so that can calculate and give you exact information right on the fly. Okay. Thank you for your time, and we'll see you up on the other trainings.